When we're full of energy, we're open and expressive and we're talking to people and we're just engaging with everyone, which actually elevates all our relationships. It strengthens connection to friends and family, and it increases our enthusiasm for life. When we have an increased enthusiasm for life, we literally draw people to us. This is Katie Gordon, and you're listening to the Wait is Over podcast. Welcome, health and freedom seekers. Sit back and relax as you come on this journey of overcoming obstacles so you can lose weight, gain health, and live the life you've been looking for. Hello, freedom seekers, and welcome to this week's show. I'm your host, Katie Gordon, and the wait is over with Dietless Living 360 degrees. There's no recipes, food regimes, or exercise programs to follow. This is simply about how to take your life back, how to take control. Because we all have a voice and we want to be heard. We want to forget about dieting, focus on living, and lose weight. And to do that, we have to develop our personal health leadership skills so we can find our freedom through a new state of mind, a state of mind that moves us beyond the obstacles and challenges of our life and our own unconscious programs, because that's really what's ultimately impacting on our weight and health and causing habit relapse. And the purpose of this podcast is to share with you what I learned over 25 years in dieting hell and spending over $100,000 working out how to step into dietless living. Now, we all want to eat well. We do. We're just not really sure what that actually looks like or how to consistently make those happy, healthy choices for ourselves, because it's really confusing out there, isn't it? I personally have been an advocate and consumer of many foods over my 25 years in dieting hell that I thought were really great health-giving choices, only to find out later that those foods were the cause of some of pretty undesirable health issues that I had at that time. I used to get migraines. I had loads of mystery aches and pains. I'd have brain fog, fatigue, and I often had a very, very low mood, and I had a lot of digestive problems. And it took me many years to actually discover that the food that I was eating was doing more than adding or subtracting to my waistline. And it was a real eye-opener to find that the foods I was eating were actually either adding or subtracting to my vitality. They were adding or subtracting to my energy, to my ability to concentrate, to my ability to get a good night's sleep. They were adding or subtracting to my productivity and my ability to relax. A lot of food would be so upsetting to my body that I couldn't relax. And I never understood that the food was having this impact on my body. But this is what happens when we buy food that is processed even just a little bit. There are things added that will upset our system. And I also found that I wasn't consistent at all with making the new choices that I wanted to make. Like I would make them some days, and other days I just wasn't sticking with what it was because I didn't have a repeatable system in place that worked for all situations, because we find ourselves in all kinds of different situations where food is present or where we need to fuel ourselves to get through the day. And I found that some days I could stick to it, and other days I was just consistently falling back into old habits of emotional and stress eating and simply making poor choices because my days were packed end to end, week in, week out. And after a while, like around that 2011 mark, and I was thinking, you know what, I need a system. I'm a systems person. I live by systems. I understand systems, and everything in life is actually a system. Success comes as a system. And that was really what I realized, that successful, sustainable habit change isn't a secret, it's a system. And if I wanted to consistently lead myself to really good, healthy, happy food choices, I really just needed to create a repeatable system for making those healthy, happy food choices in any given situation. And by doing that, I was able to hand over the thinking about food so much to that system, which meant that I could just live and enjoy my life. I didn't have to give things too much thought. And by eating better, I was able to elevate my energy and my vitality. I was able to reduce my weight. I was able to increase that physical, mental, and emotional energy, because food has a big impact on those three areas of our life. I was able to feel more relaxed, especially around food, because I had a system in place. But because I had a system in place, I made better food choices, which helped my physical being relax. I was able to sleep better, which had this compounding effect on every area of my life. And I was waking up refreshed, which is what we all want. We want to wake up fresh in the morning, ready to go with the next day. And all of that actually leads to and has this compounding effect on your life, because when we feel all those great things, then we become more engaged with life. When we're full of energy, we're open and expressive, and we're talking to people, and we're just engaging with everyone, which actually elevates all our relationships. It strengthens connection to friends and family. And it increases our enthusiasm for life. When we have an increased enthusiasm for life, we literally draw people to us. We are on that bubble of positivity that people go, hey, what's going on over there? And people are drawn to us. And that's what we want. We need to feel that connection with people. And all this can come simply from changing your food, not for the purpose of losing weight, but for the purpose of feeling great. Because when you feel great, you make better, happier, healthier food choices for yourself anyway. And when you have a repeatable system, it's even easier to do. You get to feel more playful, and literally you do find your freedom, which is what we all want. And so now I actually provide that repeatable system as a personal health leadership program called Food is My Friend, because food really is our friend when we know what we're doing with it, when we can build a proper connection with it and make great choices for ourselves. It's a 5-week course where you can change the way you think, feel, and respond to food, and feel that difference in every area of your life. The course comes with everything that you need to be successful, so that you can pace yourself through it. And you can have coaching or not coaching with it. That's up to you. You can just buy the course and take yourself through it. It's only 5 weeks, but it is a complete repeatable system for making great food choices for yourself. And if you want to know more about that, you can just reach out to me or simply click on the link provided, because this really is your life and you want to step out of that waiting room. You want to grab those reins and build your personal health leadership skills in every way, every day. And it so does not happen by osmosis. You really do have to step up and do the work to get the results that you want. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave us a comment, and share this with your friends. Somebody you know needs to hear this as well. And if you need more help with this, just book in for a private session and let's just get it done this week. Because an ounce of adjustment is always easier to implement than 20 pounds of change. It's time to find your freedom and enjoy the life you've been looking for.